What was that? What the hell was... What?
We just finished watching Star Wars, so I was using the Force to close your computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
Purple Lamborghini lurking.
Red Pen Entertainment, what's up? My name is Akasan.
What's up, Super Cruz? DC Son.
Using the Force here. And let's go ahead and get into honest trailers.
Which one this time?
Mortal Kombat! Mortal Kombat!
So, for this one, is it the game, the web series?
I'm assuming the movie. I don't even know
very
what,
first one?
Yeah, why are they doing it? Is there a new Mortal Kombat coming out?
Like, there was supposed to be a web series.
I remember.
Basically they were trying to get funding and enough people involved. That way they could do like an actual series or movie.
Like the Street Fighter.
So maybe, basically because people looking at the old versions, like, hey, do a classic. Because it's kind of old.
Alright, well, let's see what it's about.
Maybe so many fans were like, hey, can you do this because it hadn't been done yet?
That's the Suicide Squad. I can't, wow.
Yeah, like, I'm worried about the honest trailers for Mortal Kombat because it is older, so a lot of things that were okay then, we don't like now.
True. Alright, let's see.
Like the CG in the first Predator movie. People don't like it. But it's still a good movie.
Johnny Cage. Hey, but Sonya was fucking hot.
Before Assassin's Creed tries to shake off the stink of all the video game movies that came before.
Because of Assassin's Creed. That's why.
Bitch bites his ass so hard. 2 films would challenge the rule that game adaptations suck, and more or less confirm it.
I forgot.
No.
We're fighting for the fate of the world.
Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Okay,
this one was bad. Yeah.
Remember
First
Mortal
one was
Kombat for its pixelated ultraviolence. Now, get ready for 2 PG-13 movies that could really use a blood code, as they never deliver on the franchise's gory gimmick. But boy, do they manage to cram in everything else. It's my animality. Finish him. Fatality. Flawless victory. Get over here.
Oh, no, this was fucking dope.
The Hamster Ball Network.
Yeah, that was pretty
Wait, that's not from the game? Then what the hell was that then? Enter the ultimate high-stakes fight club.
Half the cast on there was
is
from
decided by who
WMAC
can beat the
Masters.
most ass. But these no-holds-barred brawls have only one rule. There are actually a fair amount of rules.
The rules are quite clear.
To enter the realm of Earth, Shang Tsung have to win 10 straight victories in Mortal Kombat.
Your sacred rules have been broken.
There is one last rule.
I hereby exercise my right to challenge.
She has to accept the challenge, or there can be no final combat. The rules say the Earth is safe for another generation.
Obviously, Khan has cheated and broken the rules.
Yeah, follow the rules, you guys. And also, if I put a quarter up on the machine, it means I got next, okay? Meet a sprawling cast made up of fighters who can't act.
Khan wants you to go after her. Don't.
Actors who can't fight. Sorry. And people who can't really do either.
You're alive. Too bad you will die.
As you meet the heroes, then meet them all again when they're recast in the sequel.
True.
It's a new look.
There's Liu Kang, the boring monk whose luscious mullet is the most interesting part of his character. Johnny Cage, the only one with any charisma. Oh, man. Sonya Blade, who's here to snap necks and be objectified. And she's all out of necks to snap.
Nice dress.
Kitana, a 10,000-year-old master of the seductive look and flute.
She kind of is like Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
No, Gal Gadot.
You can't. Oh my God.
Like that?
Better, yes.
Usually means something.
Reptile.
Raiden, god of exposition.
Yeah.
Defend the realm of Earth in a tournament called Mortal Kombat.
All the lazy color-swapped ninjas. All the lazy color-swapped robots. And some animator's bad CGI demon fetish.
I will give him some. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these actually look pretty good for a Sega Genesis game. But who cares about plot or character? This movie is all about the action. And these movies have some of that. Feast your eyes on over a dozen choppily edited generic martial arts battles against wave after wave of faceless karate goons and a claymation finale that will have you saying, "This is hilarious. I can't believe someone actually made this, watched it, and then still released it." So if you love the Mortal Kombat games for their stories and don't like actually playing them, Watch actors put on Halloween costumes of your favorite characters, then act on the windscreens of the first 2 games. But there's still one thing in these movies that the games could never match. The most epic theme song ever.
Yep.
You know what?
Fuck
I have
yes.
that
And they are not gonna let you forget it.
You might.
Hell yeah. Now it's dubstep.
Right?
Honest trailers!
Woohoo! Who wants to fight? Or at least play some laser tag or something, yo? I'm psyched. Starring Veronica Vaughn, so hot. Want to touch the
She
hiney.
was
Mullet
Billy
Comeback,
Madison.
The Skylander. Bull Cock Punching Johnny. Frigid Air. Palms are deadly, knees weak, arms is heavy. Only when oi oi oi. Dr. Quatropus. Down back low kick. Back low punch. Hold down high punch.
That's the
And
moves.
Shang Tsung standing up.
I met this dude once though. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a nice
Yeah.
guy.
He still almost looks the same now.
Yeah.
That Hawaiian blood, man.
Exit the Dragon. You know she's 10,000 years old, right? Way to pull a reverse Twilight. I still tap that though.
Fuck
Be sure
yeah,
to
who the hell
subscribe
wouldn't,
for
man?
Honest Trailers.
10,000
For real.
years. Yeah,
Hey, Screen Junkies,
Just
can't
knows.
get enough of my buttery voice.
It's not about age, ain't nothing but a number. Empire Strikes Back?
Have you seen it?
I did see it
Was it
actually.
good?
It was actually really funny because
It's one of your favorites out of the series.
no, because of the fact that Honest Trailers was there was one joke in there about how ever since this movie came out, it was the movie that other movies are compared to, and like that every sequel is supposed to be compared to, like as good as the Empire Strikes Back of comedy, the Empire Strikes Back of romance, and then they were like, and they go even further into it. But what's really funny is this: I saw this the night before or the night of watching Rogue One, and then after seeing Rogue One, and the next thing in the morning, I was like, as good as the Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, holy shit! It's like exactly right. So it was actually pretty funny that everybody. This was exactly what they were saying was going to happen.
Because most people say the Empire Strikes Back was the best one out of the first 3, or the strongest one story-wise out of the first 3.
I still think so as well.
It's a good movie. I like 4, 5, and 6.
Mortal Kombat. This Honest Trailers itself was a little weak, actually. Like
It's a little weak. Some of the points they made were valid.
I think what they were trying to connect it to was the fact that Assassin's Creed is coming out.
I know.
But
Today's the 21st.
yeah, what happened? Missed something?
Yeah.
You had a date with an assassin?
Yeah.
Katana.
They had
Promotional.
an invite for it, and I
to see the screening.
on base.
Oh, poor Dante.
Yeah, because
So many-
that's something we could have done.
I would have gone to watch, but
What time is it?
it's already might be too late, dude.
Yeah, it is. It started 40 minutes ago.
When does it come out in Japan? Do you know?
I gotta double check because it was originally January.
Here's what I'm gonna say though. That I don't know if you've seen the early reports, but they're bad.
Yeah, but
Really
considering
bad.
that I helped promote the 3rd installment, whether it's good
The
or
game?
bad, yeah,
You have to see it.
I
You
have
should
to
see
see
it.
it.
No, I mean-
I like the series, and hearing that it's bad makes me worry.
But
It'll happen.
but
one
that's
or two things will happen. It'll be consistently bad for everybody, not just the
hardcore
critics.
fans would love it.
Or hardcore fans will love it, and they'll still do a second one just so they could make up for what didn't work. in the first one.
All I saw that day when the reviews came out were just the images of Tyra Banks, and you're like, we were rooting. I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you.
Oh wow!
And then the other one was Obi-Wan Kenobi. You were the chosen one, like that, because I believe so. I was in the same block here. Was like it looked like it would be a video game movie that would be just as good as when Mortal Kombat came out. Granted, like you said earlier,
story-wise.
Well, yeah, I think something fell apart. They said, I think from what I heard, it's they did exactly the problem that sometimes the video game did. Spent way too much time in the present day.
Yeah,
and not in the past or this actual story.
Yeah, that's not
what
cool.
that people want, especially where, particularly the story they're drawing from, and this movie is, I consider, one of the most interesting ones out of all of them.
And looking at the trailer, there are parts of the trailer where I'm looking at, it's like this actually happened in Revelations.
Yeah,
it didn't happen in the earlier games,
right?
Where they're taking, pieces of it. And
so I don't know.
Which is fine.
I hope. I don't know when it's going to come out here.
Please let it be.
Probably going to be like 6 months.
21st of January, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be very, very soon, which is
rare. Ironically, it comes out before Doctor Strange comes out here in Japan. So
yes, because Doctor Strange doesn't come out for the
27th.
Because I want to say the same month, the new Underworld movie comes out in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it because I like Kate Beckinsale.
Biohazard did come out, right? Already? Did it come out?
No. It comes out the 23rd.
But you went to the screening, though.
Yes, I went to the premiere, the red carpet and everything.
Right, I saw the zombies.
That was pretty cool. There's 400 of them.
God damn.
They all came from the beauty college. So basically, they teach you how to do makeup and things for TV shows.
Okay, there's a success. There's a. I want to say there's a successful video game to movie franchise, but technically, but. Yes,
especially
and no.
Including this last installment.
Okay, but yes and
good.
No because of the fact that for some reason Biohazard or Resident Evil, as we call it,
Biohazard here in Japan.
The Biohazard franchise is a weird one in the sense that it developed its own fan base just straight out of the movies.
Yeah,
like a good amount of people I know that are big fans of the Biohazard movies have never played the game, ever touched it.
No, which is weird because it's like that game is the reason why they started to change the parental guidance ratings and things on games and putting up the hazards on there because it was scaring people when they play it, which is cool. Weird. It was super popular here, and then for whatever reason, it's like the first game, it did become popular overseas, but the third one was like, Then the fourth one, from the fourth, it started to go back up. Movie-wise, they all just like straight through.
Which is weird because for me, it was always the first movie I thought was great, and then the second one I can't even remember. But just gradually, I just lost interest for the movies. For me, I just felt there wasn't. I think what it was for me was the fact that realities kept on changing too much in the Resident Evil stories, so I never felt like I really knew what the real truth of the story. Like Alice had so many different.
You really like the last one because the thing I'll say
and it
about
got really
one,
goofy.
Without spoilers,
okay,
it cleans up a lot.
Okay,
cleans up a lot of storylines and characters, backstories, the whole nine.
I don't know. I just felt like it was
and leave it open to like if the studio's like, hey, we kind of want to make another one.
Really?
They could.
Okay. So and then the final
was interesting.
To wrap it up with Mortal Kombat, I like the movie. I think I could still go back and watch the first Mortal Kombat many times. Like nothing to me will ever be as dope as that Scorpion Johnny Cage fight. Like
really?
Oh well, just like.
That was my second favorite fight. I like the fight.
Wait, hold on. Let me the reptile
and reptile.
Oh, that one was great too.
I like that because
you saw the real choreography, the
martial arts, but also a lot of those cast members I met when they were in Alabama to promote the movie before I even knew who they were because they were trying to promote martial arts.
Got it.
And then seeing how those people were, like Chaturadabat, he has a really interesting last name. And some of the other people said, wow, this is really cool. They are actually in the game, and then they brought them over to the movie. Then watching the movie, I'm like, it's bad.
But I remember as a kid, I lost my shit because of that, because I was so pissed off that Reptile legitimately was a reptile in the entire movie. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. And then when he gets thrown in there, and it transforms, and you hear the voice, Reptile. I was like, oh, shit! And Reptile comes in, and he does this little thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah. So okay, no. You know what? No, I think I still like the
Johnny Cage Scorpion.
Yeah, because I felt like the Johnny Cage Scorpion one still, like, it just kept it as to what it was just like, yo, Scorpion is a goddamn demon, and like it's still in my mind when I go like to Kyoto and you see like the bamboo trees. I still in my mind sometimes will see Scorpion flip in there and shit, and you're like, oh fuck, and just the way he would do that.
Say the way they set up his entry into the fight is probably the most iconic. Yeah. What I didn't like is the way they got rid of him. Because for me, it felt like a cop-out, mainly because...
It was the shield, right? The flaming Captain America shield thing.
Nothing against Johnny Cage fans, but I'm looking, I was like, he lost to Johnny Cage.
Okay. Okay. Granted...
And if he did, I would have... It'd have to be something different.
Granted... Okay. At the time, where the franchise was, that was pretty weak. Yeah. But now it's kind of ironic if you do play the newer Johnny,
he's much stronger. Yeah. He's much better.
Right.
But that version,
at that time, no, I remember at that time, like he was like an actor that like he could actually fight as well. But that was also the other thing, which I thought was kind of interesting, was the fact that he
father in Teen Wolf.
Okay, but he was also like an actor that could actually... he was a fighter that could act, or something like that.
He was an actor doing action movies.
That people were calling him fake and such. And so... and then even today in my time, in my life, like when I go up and I see some cute girls or girls that... some of my coworkers that I work with or something. Even last week at a Bonenkai end of the year party... This one girl, a coworker I haven't seen in a long time, she ran up, she's like, yeah! And I was like, hello, love, did you miss me? And that's straight from Kano, from when Sonya comes out. Hello, love, did you miss me? Like, I still use those lines.
From that movie.
Yeah, like, there's a, for me anyways, I guess Mortal Kombat does, like, I that's the only movie maybe in my entire life I've seen, like, 4 or 5 times in the... movie theater. Yeah.
You and
movies were cheap.
Movies
back
were
then,
cheap
really
back
cheap.
then.
Movies were fucking like $8 back then. So.
Yeah, $6 to $8.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And I'll never forget the way that it opened up and it like that.
And of course the theme music. Yeah. Our kung fu school, when we were practicing, teacher would leave and we had the day to ourselves. We go in on Sundays. Shout out to Wago and them. Basically, we go in and start playing the soundtrack and practice. Dude, for whatever reason, your adrenaline level is so high and you practice hard.
I remember...
Then when you finish, you're like...
No. I remember when... like, that movie was so popular that 102.7 KISS FM, which is a #1 pop station in Los Angeles, was playing that on the radio. And you're like, yeah!
It was one of those soundtracks that they would play everywhere, including in the gym.
Right. Okay.
5-6 years later.
Let's see if we can do the original one, the breakdown. Let me say no. It was like the Kano, Johnny Cage. Wait.
I don't remember the.
The order was like. Wait. Luke. No. It's Liu Kang, Sonya, Johnny Cage, and then the last one I think ended on Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and then Kano. Mortal Kombat. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, then that's how it started. It was like ding. All right, guys. Yeah. Red Nation, stand up, speak up. What was your favorite memory of the original Mortal Kombat movie? Yes, the second one sucked.
Did they do a third?
They.
I want to say they did, but I'm not 100% sure. Did they do a third movie, or was that like just like a web series?
No, maybe
I know
not.
There was a web series.
The web series, which is separate, which is actually pretty damn bad.
Yeah, the web series was pretty cool.
Yeah,
because Michael J. White plays Jax.
Yeah,
which kind of fits because he's just like jacked.
Yeah, they did a really good. If you haven't seen that, go watch the web series because they really redid the whole thing.
And they made Baraka look really.
That worked.
He looked more realistic.
There's something. No, the thing that what I was going to say was the honest trailer is also not a knock on the music, but you know what? I bought the soundtrack, which
and
was,
game. The first two I played,
which was a great rock compilation for metal. Like if you didn't know who KMFDF was at that time, you found out at that time.
And EDM. Kind of.
Yeah, no,
like
but
EDM
so
and dubstep.
Annihilation.
Kind of like that.
I know what
That's
you're
good.
talking about, but Annihilation actually attributed more to, if I remember,
To
more
the soundtrack.
to EDM a little bit more. The original one,
I
because
just like that it was on the album.
because Rammstein was on the original one. No,
Rammstein.
wait a minute, Rammstein was on the second one. Now I'm mixing them up, but there was a lot of my good childhood music came from the two Mortal Kombat albums, and even the soundtrack. The composer actually went to my brother's school or something like that. He was a father. Like he gave me the album like for free. He was like of the actual movie music. So like the score was really good with dun 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 dun.
I liked it because some of the drums and stuff and some of the songs reminded me of the movie.
The Dark Knight.
No.
For me. Or James Horner, actually.
That comes after
James
later.
Howard.
It's
James Howard.
Hunted. With Christopher Lambert and Joan Chen. Basically, he's the one that plays Raiden in the first one.
Oh, okay.
So that movie is based in China, and it's actually kodo drums. And it sounds
Wasn't
so
that dude
sweet.
from Highlander also?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because that was what he was
Which
most...
they're redoing, by the way.
Okay. Blade Runner, Highlander, it's all, your
Everything's
childhood
rebooted.
memories are all coming back when no original idea can be scrutinized anymore.
Or the licensing is up for grabs.
Pitch Shifter, by the way, great band that was on the Annihilation soundtrack. If you actually listen to that song called Genius, and I didn't realize this until I saw them at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood, you think it's EDM and such, and it still is.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, all that shit is live, actually.
Really?
Yes. I didn't know that until I saw them live.
Yeah.
The drums, that's one dude going like he's like I was blown away at that shit. Like in fact, I think I'm gonna start YouTubing Pitch Shifter.
I'd like to see it.
Like
that's pretty.
I was so amazed because I thought that was a drum track that was done all live. It's crazy how insane. And on top of that, so I was so impressed, I bought their album. And what's really cool is they actually give you 30 samples you can play around with after that. So they give you the main album.
That's cool.
And then they'll just like it'll be 1-2 second tracks about like you can just they're like, yeah, do whatever you guys want with it, like give us some remixes or whatever. It's really cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it gets the fans involved, and you come with some interesting tracks.
Really cool stuff on that. There was another one was
Pitch
like
Shifter?
Pitch Shifter. I think that's what the name of the band was. Rammstein was on it.
Are you hungry? You said Rammstein twice.
Oh, ramen. I get it. No. And then there was another one. They had Angel on there, and there was another one with the band with the robots, because that fool came out and fought Jax, and he was just like, "Death is the only way out." And then this dope ass track came on. Annihilation had some bits. Annihilation, it wasn't a very good movie, but at least the soundtrack I think was still on.
Music was way better than the movie. Sorry.
Yes, that is very true. For EDM wise, man, that was the shit back then. That was the hardcore EDM sound back then, man. Like, anyways,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
You know what? If that shit was on Netflix right now, I'd watch it again, man.
I think it is. Annihilation, I'm not sure, but the first.
I don't want to see Annihilation.
No. But the first Mortal Kombat.
I looked for it the other day on, or at least Netflix Japan. Yeah, I looked for it the other day and I couldn't find it.
Netflix US it is.
Fucking love to see that again. All right, guys, we're out.
Keep it
all my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.